The final day of the 2021 Nigerian Fintech Week was an exciting and interesting session as it discussed issues around the central bank digital currency and the future of money and the prospects around non-fungible tokens.
A lot of people don't understand what is going on here. These digital nerds of this generation, they are the ones that will determine where they put their money. See, there are applications that you can use in scanning your wallet, and it will bring out all the NFT collections that you already own. That is the bragging right of the digital age. You see, we're no longer in the age where we want to wear, some years ago, it's gold chains that, rappers using, showing that they are very rich, gold chain, expensive wristwatch, one expensive shoe, one cap that is several millions and all that. The digital nerds will spend their money on NFTs. Just mark my words. And they will use it as their bragging rights. So they want to show off their wealth. They just give you their ERC20 wallet address and you see for yourself. And you see, the aggregations of the NFTs that they have collected and the amounts they are worth. Then you come back and look at that guy again, say, this guy, fear him. You understand? So this whole money that is in crypto, where do you think they are going? I mean, look at this, my brother here now, and some whales that are around, where do you think they spend their money? They just wear t-shirts like this. So do you understand? These t-shirts and this canvas like this, but the real wealth is in the REC20 wallet address. You understand me? That's where you're going to be seeing the money. And that will be the bragging right of the future. So you get my point. So when we are saying NFTify the assets that are around you, we are saying that you should position yourself for that future. Because someone is strolling around on the metaverse and he will stumble upon the NFT that you have created and you say is $150,000. It's just a signing of a wallet address. He just signs it and takes it and life goes on. People will be moving around, driving on the streets of Lagos. They don't know that, this new world, that's where the money is.
NFTs can really help with the whole copywriting issue that a lot of us see, right? As he stated, he went and put all of this effort into his Twitter profile and someone replicated it. And as an artist or creative getting into the NFT space, tokenizing your products is extremely important. This gives you the rights over your product or your whatever it may be. Maybe it's music, maybe it's art, maybe it's a vlog, whatever it may be, but it gives you the right your product, and it's not very easy to reproduce or distribute. And that's the biggest thing, right? We're in the age of social media where people can take things and claim it as their own, because there really is no space for copywriting in this social media space and world. So every NFT item or token acts as a copyrighted act, which I think is super, super important. Even when you're talking about, just simple social media posts, right? I've had to start watermarking my photos that I put on Instagram stories because people can take it and replicate it or, can say that they took it. So I think when we're looking at the future of African creatives and artists, NFTs is such an important part of the conversation. And I think it'll simplify all the hard work that we're doing and actually, giving us rights to our space, property, and ideas.
Let's start from the obvious, the elephant in the room. That's the e-Naira. Yes, I think that's a good place to start from. We've employed the use of blockchain technology for that initiative. And a lot of the things that we say is the fact that it's going to bring remittances faster to the country. I think that is the let's be honest with ourselves, it has nothing to do with financial inclusion and all that. All that was in the white paper. It's really about remittances. And it's understandable because we know that remittances into the country have dropped by 28%, I think, from last year. So yes, it's a good motivating factor. But then how do you see it really improving remittances in? How would that work? How does that work with adopting the
I think
token?
when we talk about the e-naira, I also believe that the Central Bank of Nigeria has seen the opportunity not only for today, like I had mentioned earlier, it's also for the future. This is a CBDC, which also allows some level of transparency, which I think is necessary even when you look at blockchain technology. Um, uh, Reining in the possibilities of having multiple currencies, stable coins, cryptocurrencies, replacing the national currency, and also putting the common man at risk, which is what I see it as. Imagine if every one of us can create their own currency. All of a sudden, there will be no assurances. I think there was recently there's some investigation going on a company called Imagine. You can also imagine what can happen when everybody has a free reign without any form of regulation. People lose their money and they lose their savings. Those are the risks. And I think by having the CBN, by having the foresight of looking at the future, knowing that the future is digital, and also knowing that it's important to de-risk the sector and taking the move of creating the e-naira. I think that is important. Of course, it's going to oil the wheels. It's going to remove the frictions that I spoke about earlier, as in taking away the various frictions that are in place when you're doing remittances. That is, it has to go through various intermediaries. There are multiple fees to be made. There is time that is consumed. There is also limitations in when you can do the transactions and when you can cash out. Those frictions will be removed by e-naira and, of course, blockchain. The e-naira is on top of a blockchain system, so it automatically removes all that. So that's just in addition to the comments that I made earlier, and in specific reference to the e-naira.
Yeah, I think that explains
And
it.
if I may, and of course, it's still early days. I know that whenever there is evolution or innovation, people are jittery and people are always resistant to change. But this, believe me, is the beginning of getting prepared for the future. There is a saying that goes something like, the future is for those that are prepared. And I think this is for preparation for the future. I think it's one of those innovations that we will then see multiple uses. You can imagine when before ATMs came into place or before we could do internet banking. I actually have a few friends that will say, well, they don't trust taking money out of the wall. But basically, they didn't want to take money out of an ATM machine. Or internet banking, they don't know where the money is going to go. They want to see the physical cash. But here we are today. Most people use internet banking. Thank you.
It also featured awards for promoters of the blockchain industry in Nigeria and an opportunity to reflect on 5 days of strategic engagement in the fintech industry.
Thank you very much. I want to use this time to actually thank Fintech Nigeria, to also thank Coin News Extra for this award. Like the Coin News Extra guy will say, he's our Odogu, we call him. That's why I say Odogu. I call him the Odogu of blockchain.
With the evolution of digital currency and concerns on how it will impact the centralized financial system, regulations and innovation will have to experience a balance if Nigeria is to maximize the digital economy.